Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more My Next Life is a Villainess. Continuing Jordo's route, about to escape. Bird, I'm gonna need you to simmer down. You've been very fidgety today. Bird has been very fidgety and loud today, but like happy chirping loud because, like, first of all, it's very windy here because a little stormy, but it's cloudy. It's not really raining, but it's really windy and like I don't know, the leaves blowing in the tree. Okay, we have our trees here are sticks. They're twigs with leaves on them, okay? They're not very big trees, okay? But like, so when it's windy, they basically bend over sideways. So he's getting very freaked out by the trees moving, and then he saw birds outside. So he's like freaking out. And then it makes me sad because he lost his bird friend. And then I'm like, are you lonely? Do you want a bird friend? But like, when Tiny Bird was around, you didn't want to play with him. You wanted to be with me. So like, I think I just need to get a little play stand or something, like a nice one with like just stick by the front window in case he wants to, because he'll sit on that side of the couch now sometimes to look out the front window, and he never has been like a window bird. He's terrified of the outside world and the giant death orb in the sky. I don't blame you. The death orb in the sky terrifies me too. Because I might melt in the sun because I'm a vampire. That was me pretending to bite. I'm not gonna bite him. But like maybe he'd actually like to sit in the window. So we have to get you a nice thing. We'll have to get you a nice perch, not like the little one up here that's just all wood dowels. We got to get one with nice twigs and branches and things, and make one or something, and then you can sit on it and sit in the front window. Now you're bitey. You're being a jerk. It's been a day. Also, hi. Like, this is why you don't answer your phones, kids. Because scammers call you. I mean, hi. Like, I never answer my phone. But then, like, you get a message and it's usually, hi, it's Stacy from whatever. And it's like, fuck off, Stacy. Seriously, go fuck yourself. You know? Like, that bitch calls me way too goddamn much. And it's like, bitch, I never, just leave, fuck off, Stacy. I'm pretty sure it's an automated recording and it's really annoying. But then, like, I get a call today and it's from a sheriff's department. And there's this sergeant who's saying from the civil department to call him back. And I'm like, no. One, no. But also, that's a little terrifying. Because, like, dude, you sound legit. But, like, I don't think it's legit. And I couldn't understand what sheriff's office he said, so I looked it up and I Googled what I thought it was. And I was like, but it's also not even in my state. So it's not even, like, my local, like, sheriff's office. It's a whole other fucking state. And I'm like, yeah, I have a feeling that's a scam. Like, my sister does live in that state. So I was like, so I text my family. I'm like, so who got arrested? Because, like, why am I getting a call and everyone's laughing? Like, whatever. I was like, but if something happened to my sister or my brother-in-law, they wouldn't call me. They'd call my mom. You know what I mean? But that's the concern. You're like, did something happen to someone and they're calling me? My sister calls me a little while ago, and I was like, looking at my phone, like, do I answer? Is this a scam? It's her name, you know? She's like, so, and she gives me a name, like, they called her too. And I'm like, okay, that's fucked up. Who do we both know that they'd be calling us instead of, like, anyone else? Because the only time, like, my sister ever got a call from an actual police department or whatever was when my uncle passed away. That, like, nobody knew what happened to him. Because he kind of, like, disappeared. And then, like, the only way, like, when they found him, like, you know, whatever, the only way they couldn't get in touch with my mom, she would have been his contact, my mom and my dad, but my dad had already passed away. So they contacted my sister? Because, like, that's the, so, like, you know what I mean? Like, they try to find you, like, people or relatives, but it's like, we don't have any relatives that we know of that, like, live in South Carolina that are, like, you know? And I'm like, so it's weird. But the only thing I can think of is because my mom, after my dad passed away and she sold their house, she lived with my sister for a little while. So, of course, I had mail that would go to my parents' house that would get forwarded then. It was like junk mail, whatever, to my sister's house. So I used to get calls, people leaving voicemail messages on my cell phone for my father, who was passed away at this point, because my parents' cell phones were under my phone plan, but they'd call my number, leaving messages for him trying to buy my sister's house. And I'm like, the fuck sense does that even make, you dumb shit? Like, obviously scams. Like, whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm like, what the fuck? So that's the only thing I could think of, especially because usually the cops, I'm using air quotes here, that call you are like, yeah, you failed to appear for jury duty? Okay, I guess come arrest me, because there's no way you're calling me for jury duty in a state I never fucking lived, asshole. Like, that's not how it works. Oh, I'm like, yeah, okay. All right, good luck finding me. So you have my address? Yeah, like, what the hell? I'm also tempted to have, like, answered when he, like, if he ever calls back and be like, no, I'm sorry, but the person you're looking for she's my 85-year-old grandmother, and just pretend, and then just, like, kind of fuck with him. Like, just to see. Sure. But, like, it's just weird that my sister also got the call. It's not even the county she lives in. But, like, at least it's believable if they're trying to be like, you failed to appear for jury duty, ma'am. Like, so, I'm like, watch out, Mom. You're going to get one, too, because you actually lived at that residence for a while. And they don't care what your cell phone number area code is, you know? But I'm like, that's just weird, because most of the scams is, like, people who, like, don't really have a great grasp on English. You know what I'm saying? And they're, like, trying to scam you, and you're like, yeah, okay, you sound like a legit cop. No, this guy sounded like, I'm like, you know, I'm old enough to know not to answer my phone and, like, not talk to people. Hi, don't talk to strangers. I grew up in that time. Don't talk to people on the internet. Here I am talking to people on the internet. Not exactly. Okay. You know, like, I'm old. I know not to trust anyone except for the dudes in the white van because they always have the best candy. So that's it. Okay. But, like, he sounded legit, and I was like, that's concerning. Also, the fact that then I told my sister, I'm like, it's also concerning because the same dude keeps coming to my fucking house, like, 4 times in the last, like, week. Like, the first day I thought he was just going around, like, he's just soliciting, like, whatever, because he looked like he was going to every house. And then the day after, he was across the street. I see him ring that person's doorbell, and I was like, okay. And then he walks across the street directly to me, and I'm like, hiding in my house because I don't answer my door. I'm mildly agoraphobic. Introverted. Don't talk to me. I'll go outside. Don't talk to me. Like, I gotta be in the right like, if I'm going out shopping, I know people will talk to me, but you are coming to my house. No, this is my safe space. Get away. I don't even like my landlord coming over when I've got mail for him. It's like, fuck, I gotta prepare. You know? And he's just like, hey, how are things? Okay, bye, because he doesn't want to hear from me. So, you know what I mean? Like, so, like, we're at least on the same page. He's like, things are good, right? Good, I don't want to know. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know? So, like, you know, so a random stranger knocking on my door, unless you are delivering me a package or food, please don't. Right? And then, like, I was sitting there working, and all of a sudden someone's knocking on my door, like, 2 days later, and I'm like, same fucking dude? And he came, like, yesterday. Because you might have been able to hear it in the last part. Was it the last part of the one before? I don't know how many parts I recorded last night. I think I only did the one. But, like, somebody's ringing my doorbell, and I'm like, well, I'm upstairs, but I'm sure it's that same fucking dude. What the fuck does he want? If it's important, leave a note or something. If you're, like, soliciting, go away and don't come back. What the fuck is this? Guys, my hair is gonna fall. I'm gonna be bald and, like, well, at least anxiety. I don't know if it's gonna, like, make me eat 3 times more, or I'm gonna lose 50 pounds from the anxiety of it all. Like, I don't like this. Then I get scam calls all the goddamn time, but, like, now I got scam calls pretending to be a sheriff's office, and it's like, what did I do? Like, and to be honest, the last time I was in South Carolina was, like, Christmas, and it's not like, oh, well, blah, 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 I drove or anything, because I'm not allowed to drive right now. So, like, I mean, in all technicality, I kind of can, but I use that. I can't. My doctor said I can't, so I don't have to go into work. But, like, also, I shouldn't be driving long distances. That's why my mom picked me up. So I'm like, it's not like I go to South Carolina once a fucking year at this point. So, like, yeah, I highly doubt I did anything. And a civil department sounds like you're trying to, like, fucking, someone's gonna sue me. Good luck. I ain't got anything. Don't take my bird or my Atome games. Oh, God, they're gonna take my merch. Oh, God. You know what I mean? But, like, what the fuck? I'm sure it's absolutely a scam, but it's still like, goddamn, they're getting good because, you know, I'm pretty sure everything is a scam. Yeah, no, that's a scam. Don't answer that email. Don't even click on that. Don't check that. That text is a scam. Don't do anything. And yet now this guy called them like, you know, though, they're getting good because it sounds legit. But it's also like tax time, so this is when the quote-unquote IRS people call you and are like, well, you didn't file your taxes and blah, 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 and you have to pay with gift cards, and people fall for that, the IRS will never fucking call you. Fuck, the IRS doesn't even do their own job. You have to file your own taxes because they can't be bothered to... Like, every other country in the fucking world is like, wait, you guys have to do your own? Yeah! They make us pay to do it! The fuck is that? I have to pay in order to get money you took from me back. That doesn't... It's like, it's all a scam, okay? Like... So, like, cops aren't calling me for... And if I was going to be arrested, they'd show up at my fucking door. And I don't think people from South Carolina are coming all the way to where I fucking live, okay? Just saying. Like, I'm just throwing this out there. But, like, I'm not calling him back, but it is really weird that the same dude called my sister. Now, it could be a totally different dude just pretending to be the same guy. We don't know what the voices sound like, but, like, from the same number. That's weird. It's weird. You know what I mean? Because then you're like, did someone die that we know? But, like, not calling him back. Good thing my sister and my brother-in-law will be like, I'll call the actual sheriff's office and talk to him. I'm like, good, because I won't pick up the phone. I looked at my phone for a solid, like, minute before when my sister called, and I went, do I answer? Because I don't like talking on the phone, guys. 10 minutes in, and you're like, you don't like talking? No, not on the phone. I hate it. Hate it. It makes me anxious. But anyway, let's get into this. I just had to vent. Thank you for being my, like, therapist for a moment. All right. But, like, what the fuck, dude? That's why you don't answer your phone. Ugh. And Verizon, fuck you for charging people to block more than a few numbers. Because it used to be something that was included. You could just block every fucking number, and now you're like, whatever. Also, on my sister's phone, because I think they have AT&T, it said scam risk, so she at least got that. I didn't get that. I was also in the middle of a call, like, at work, and I was like, ignore, but I do that anyway. Wonder how many times this fucker's gonna call me now. Stacy hasn't given up, or whatever the fuck her name is. Anyway, we were trying to escape. I'm trying to escape. That dude's gonna come around and knock on my damn door, you know it. I'm almost curious enough to answer. Like, why won't he leave me alone? I hate hiding in my house, guys. It's eating away at me. Can you tell? Anyway, we're escaping. Let's get into the game. Let's have some fun here and not deal with the stress. Ugh! Work usually stresses me out, and work has been going good, and now this shit's stressing me. I'm like, can I just have a minute? Can I have a hot fucking minute where I'm not, like, anxiety and riddled by something like work or scam people coming around annoying me? Can I just have a fucking minute? Seriously? You can't ever. I need a drink. Excuse me, this is so awkward. Right, we were going off with Jordo. I have absolutely no idea how to behave when being alone with him, especially after that incident. I walk with my head down and try to keep my distance when Jordo suddenly looks at me. He's getting all sorts of wrong mixed signals, poor thing. Seeing him up close like this is startling. Ah! Katerina, please stay close to me. Otherwise, I can't protect you if something happens. No, you don't have to do that. I'll be fine. I can protect myself. Katerina, seriously concerned about your safety, so please stay beside me. Please. Jordo holds out his hand. I freeze as I stare at the hand held out in front of me, and Jordo doesn't miss that chance. He takes my hand at once. I like that he's a little forceful. Because he kind of has to be, because we're... Oh, look at our little CG. How adorable. But you know what I mean? Like, he's got to be, because we're a little too timid, and he just, like, takes it. You know? I like it. Nice. Now, let's go. He's so close. I feel the warmth coming from Jordo's hand, and that makes my cheeks hot again. Come to think of it, Jordo's very touchy with me, yet he'd like to be even touchier, girl. Looking back, I think he's always been like this, but I can't handle it now! I can't handle this situation like I used to, and I just feel befuddled. Prince Jordo, wouldn't it be hard for both of us to move if something happens while holding hands like this? It'll be easier for me to move if you're by my side, Katerina. I don't want you to stray from me given our current situation. Jordo smiles softly and squeezes my hand. I'm startled again when I see his beautiful blue eyes come closer to me. Oh boy, I can't. He's too close! When he usually does this, I just remember how handsome he is. However, after the kiss, it just isn't the case anymore. And Jordo also confessed his feelings to me. He said he loved me romantically. But I don't even know how I feel about him. I feel like this should indicate that you adore him. Huh, wait a second. Why does Jordo love me in the first place? I gave it some thought, but nothing rings a bell. Aww. I'm okay with that part of her being an idiot. Like, listen, before we were crossing lines, it was like, okay, I'm gonna need you to stop being dumb now. Come on. But like this kind of derp and stupid, I'm behind because this would be me. What? Like, there is no reason that this person should like me. I get very confused sometimes when you guys are here watching this and you enjoy this, and I'm like, what? How? So like, I appreciate that you do. Please don't leave me. I'll cry. But like, I'm just saying, I'm like, it does shock me sometimes. Oh my god, your channel's so much fun. Really? It touches my heart and it makes me all warm and fuzzy. But I also think you're a little crazy. I'm like, you guys must be crazy. But you know what? It's cool. I like it. But I'm like that. Why? So I'm just saying I get her. Don't leave me. I'll be sad. I don't remember having a romantic moment with Jordo before since. Wait. I don't remember having a romantic moment with Jordo before, since we were friends since childhood, so that doesn't make any sense. I thought maybe it would make sense if I read it that way. Like, I don't remember having a romantic moment with Jordo before, since we were friends since childhood, but no, that doesn't make any motherfucking sense. I vaguely get what they're trying to say, but you can math that one out. Because, like, holy hell. My brain's a little too broken to process. We've been friends since childhood, and we haven't had any romantic moments, basically. Prince Jordo, I think you're misunderstanding your feelings for me. As I timidly begin to ask him my question, Jordo smiles and draws my hand even closer to himself. No, Katerina, I've never misunderstood myself. I know that I love you. If you still doubt me, would you like me to prove it right now? Sir, we're trying to escape. I don't think we have time. What? His face is suddenly close to mine again, and I hear a soft smack. I think I felt something on my lips, but... Would you ever do something like this with someone you don't love? Did he kiss me again? We're in the middle of the hallway this time. I look around to see if anyone saw it, and I see a man who's probably one of the guards quickly look away. He's like, whoop! Shouldn't be watching their touching, tender moments. Oh no! He definitely saw his kiss, didn't he? Jordo notices how flustered I am, and he looks embarrassed about it. Please forgive me. You look so cute, Katerina, so I couldn't help it. However, I believe that we've managed to deceive our enemy's eyes. We should keep our true intentions from them, after all. Jordo whispers softly, his face close to mine. He watches the guard who saw his kiss earlier. Oh, so was that for... No, I did it because I love you and nothing else, Katerina. If you don't believe me, I can kiss you again. I don't believe you. I think you should kiss me again. Yeah, I don't know. 3 years after getting married? I'm not sure. Should we really be married? Are you sure you love me? I really hope she uses that later, like when she's finally admitted her feelings for him and accepted his feelings. And be like, I don't know. Do you love me? I think you might need to kiss me so to prove it. Like, just to fuck with him a little and because it's adorable. No, you don't have to. I get it. I understand. I desperately push Jordo's chest away. I can feel my face steaming with embarrassment. Then he chuckles and makes a serious face. I'd love to spend forever with you just like this, but we unfortunately have no time. We must begin searching properly now. We can't rest without accomplishing what we started out to do. As he says this, he lets go of my hand. For some reason, I'm sad that the warmth of his hands are no longer touching mine. Huh. But I was just embarrassed to the point that I wanted him to let go of my hand immediately. Why? Why am I sad? Katerina? Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Let's go. Anyways, I need to keep calm and focus on the task at hand. This mansion's quite large, so searching the first floor alone will take long. Will take a long time or take a while. We really don't have much time. Okay, I feel like in the very beginning in this game, there wasn't a lot of, like, translation issues. You know, or, like, weird typos, but, like, Tim's drunk now. So, I'm seeing a lot more gibberish coming out. So, like, I don't know if it's a matter of somebody does the common stuff, somebody else does it, and, like, so, like, I'm sorry to whoever translated Jordo's route, but, like, get some sleep and don't drink at work, okay? Tim? Did you fucking hear that? Like, well, Jesus. And also, if you let Ronald do this, what the fuck? Teach him better. Tim is a terrible teacher. Tim is a terrible typist and also a terrible teacher. Tim is a terrible typing teacher to poor Ronald. We should have given Ronald a name that started with a T, so it would have been a lot more alliteration, but listen, Ronald just came out of fucking nowhere, and that's just what it is now. Hi, is anyone new here or doesn't know who Tim is? Tim is a running gag on the channel. Anytime we have bad typos or translation issues, we blame Tim. Tim works for every localization company. Don't know how the motherfucker does it. He used to work in the art department. You know, like when they're having sword fights and shit and there's the cool little swooshes? Tim used to do those. Those are great. Tim should have stuck with that. Then somehow he got into the translation department and he's a terrible typist. So we blame him when there's translation issues or typos. And now he has an understudy named Ronald. I don't know where Ronald came from. I don't even remember what game it came from. I don't even remember where Tim came from. Tim has just been around for nigh a decade. Okay? Because we've been playing Atome games for at least 8 years on this channel. 7 or 8. The channel's been around for almost 10 now. We just hit our 9-year anniversary, so. But we weren't playing Atome games in the very beginning. But still. Tim has been around for a long motherfucking time. And now, you know, maybe Tim is getting close to retirement. And that's why he's got Ronald. I don't know, but like, good fucking God, between the two of them, shit's getting crazy. Anyway. Yeah, keep calm, Katerina. So, maybe I should think about what to do after a safe return to Sorcier. Also, you're all space muffins, if you don't know that. But I used to go back and forth and be like, hey guys, or hey space muffins. And I haven't called you space muffins in like years. But you're space muffins in my heart. Just know that, okay? Just know that. Once we're out of here, we'll start a new term and... Oh, I should probably plant the seeds. I really want to grow a new vegetable. I mean, my farm's getting better each and every day. Oh, she's just off in her own little fucking world, much like me when I'm working. If we can't go back to the academy, all the work I did on my farm this past year will go to waste. Katerina, you were all red a few seconds ago, and now you're very pale. Is something wrong? This is bad, Prince Jordo. If we can't return to the academy, the farm will be ruined. My grandma told me 1,000 times over that I need to take care of the farm every day. I'm thinking past life, Grandma. Jordo chuckles as I panic. You're the same Katerina as ever. While it does trouble us sometimes, it's also one of the most charming things about you, and... Anyways, I agree. I want to return to our normal, peaceful lives at the academy, too. A life with no pirates trying to win your heart. Memory scenario! A life. No pirates trying to win your heart. How to enjoy school life. I'm assuming because these memory scenarios are usually the other person. I don't remember if in the common route ones where they always like, did they have the little red borders on the right and left sides? Because like this one does and Jordo's color is red, so. I was just trying to be like, is that going to clue you into whose memory it is? I would assume it's Jordo's because I feel like the memory scenarios are always someone else, not us, but... It was a few weeks after we entered the academy. I went to the supposed flower garden figuring I'd find her there and was surprised to see how it had changed. Until recently, it truly was nothing more than a typical flower garden. While the seedlings sprouting there could be considered flowering in their own way. When Katerina announced she was planning to farm here, I assumed she'd keep true to its name and plant flowers, but here I go! Heave-ho! Instead, she was plowing the field as she would back at the Clay's estate. There was no way around it, and the end result was a farm field. I suppose no one in the academy can call it a flower garden any longer. And considering how well the seedlings were growing, I at least found it more apt to call it a field than a garden. As I stood in stunned silence, Katerina noticed my presence and turned to me, wiping away her sweat. "Oh, Prince Jordo, please come take a look! The seedlings are growing so well! I was just plowing the open sections." And I love the fact that, like, to be fair, it's gotta be kind of charming to them that, like, she's doing this work herself instead of, like, you know, because this isn't dainty ladies' work. Bitch is out here plowing a motherfucking field. "Oh, that's good. Well, this certainly is stunning." I observed the garden, or rather field. Katerina puffed her chest, the handkerchief on her head flopping with her movement. "Yeah, it took quite the effort, but it's come so far. I'm proud of my work. But see how there's still open patches here and there? I want to try stuffing a few more vegetables in there." "Is that so?" I looked at the seedlings and then at Katerina again. "And by the way, I notice all the seedlings are vegetables, but have you considered other plants? I thought with this being a flower garden..." "What are you talking about, Prince Jordo? All of the seedlings here will grow flowers. These will grow cucumber flowers, and these will grow eggplant flowers. I mean, this is a flower garden after all." In other words, Katerina claimed this was a certified flower garden, as all the plants would bear flowers at some point. She's not wrong technically. No, I still believe most people would refer to them as vegetable plants, but yeah, yes, but since they do flower at some point, it's technically, she's not wrong in that it is a flower garden-ish. If Katerina claimed they were flowers, then I suppose this place was a flower garden. "In summer, we'll be able to harvest everything, so let's have a harvest party with everyone. We can barbecue. Maybe I can plant corn too. What do you think, Prince Jordo?" "Oh, Barbie... what?" And Katerina said something strange again, but more worrisome than that. Would corn not stand out in the midst of a flower garden? That's true. I don't think Anne would allow it either. I really want to have a barbecue with all of you. But we'd also need meat and sausages too. I wonder if the kitchen would give us some. And Katerina mumbled more strange things as she fertilized the field. And still, rather than planting it, if she wanted to have corn served at the party, it'd be simpler to buy some. But she said she'd grow corn herself. It was rather amusing. My fiancé plowed a field in the middle of a venerated Academy of Magic and wanted to have a harvest party. How truly like her. Prince Jordo, was something funny?" Katerina looked at me curiously when I accidentally let out a little laugh. She was so adorable I couldn't help but smile. The academy dormitories were divided by gender, but nonetheless, I would get to see her every day. I'd no longer have to visit the Clay's estate from the royal palace. Truly, I would get to see her every day. How would she proceed through academy life? I had no doubt it would all be interesting and so very exciting. And no, it's nothing. I was simply thinking of the happiness in our future. No, me too. I can't wait to see them grow. I'm even keeping a log of the vegetable's growth. I know he's like the happiness in our future, like, meaning you and him together, and you're like, yeah, corn. A growth log? Yeah, it's like this. I note down the weather, the plant sizes, and everything else as a picture. Katerina explained while showing me a mysterious observation record. Each page had a picture, and scribbled beneath them were phrases like, "The plants sprouted," or "I gave them too much water." I wondered if it wouldn't be enough to simply write a description, but thought her record very cute. Well, I suppose that's exactly why I'm never bored around Katerina. She misunderstood me earlier and assumed my happiness was over the vegetable's growth. I could never have expected that response. It's exactly what makes being with her so fun. In truth, I wanted to tell her just how much I was looking forward to our time together, but I supposed it wouldn't mean much to her right now. I didn't mind. Or I also found happiness in the process of making her fall for me. Until now, when he's like, I did not realize you were not falling for me at all. Anyway, a life with no pirates trying to win your heart. Huh? What was that last part? I'm curious about what Jordo mumbled, but he doesn't seem intent on repeating it. He's just smiling like he always does. And so we return to searching the mansion. We search carefully, looking everywhere around the mansion. We search the dining hall on the first floor and every room available to us, every corner, every hallway. Then we arrive back at the stairs. Keith and Maria are on the second floor, and Alan and Mary are on the third. Nicole and Sophia are on the fourth floor, the attic. So we're only responsible for the first floor. Just as we suspected, all the doors on the first floor are locked. There are bars on the windows, and there are guards outside, too. The guards are flawlessly posted. Silva would make an amazing military officer if he's the one who organized them. Maybe he is a military officer. A military officer, huh? Silva's minions adore their captain, so I think he'd make a good military leader, too. Does that mean escaping will be difficult? Yes, at least it will be from the first floor. There may be other avenues of escape. We should rendezvous with the others. Just as we turn around to go back... Hey! Why are you snooping around like that? We're just wandering the halls, looking for a place to make out. I freeze when Silva suddenly appears, especially if you were talking out loud. He heard you. What? He came out of nowhere! It's true what people say. The demon of the fog strikes everyone at once. Did you say strikes everyone or everywhere? Sorry. Everyone. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm a stealthy man.
So if you address the issue with the vinculum, you seem terribly busy.
I'm just making sure you're not going around doing stupid things. I guess I was right to come.
We're only taking a walk. We need exercise to maintain our health, don't you know?
Man, you're a sassy prince. Anyways, good thing is that Katerina seems better.
Oh no, I was supposed to be sick! Well, yes, just a little, but, I had a stomachache, so I, had Prince Jordo come with me and...
Oh yeah, you two are close, huh?
Silva looks into my eyes as if he's trying to read me. However, Jordo pulls at my hand in as... Pulls at my hand... Well, see what I'm saying? However, Jordo pulls at my hand in as he tries to avoid that. Jordo pulls my hand in as he tries to avoid that. Like, see what I'm saying? Tim and Ronald are drunk. Type in this shit. Don't go near her. Katerina still has a fever.
A fever? I doubt that.
She must return to bed and rest as soon as possible. Please excuse us. Jordo glares at Silva as he grips my hand tightly and we start walking away. But I can feel Silva's eyes on the back of my head as we go back to the room. I'm trying to get a whole look at his whole little vibe. Look at his little outfit. Don't get me wrong, I like the coat with the giant fur collar and the game version of him. The fan disc version. I like the coat. I think you need the coat. When we finally arrive, I notice that all my friends have returned safely. Have returned already. I think his outfit, sorry, is a little different in that too, but the coat is where it really stands out. Oh, good to see you're both fine. We are, but we encountered Silva on our way back. What? Is he back already? Yes, he is. Seems like he suspects us, so taking action as soon as possible would be prudent. Did anyone find anything? Seems like the nobles here are all from Sorcier. Yes, as we disembarked the ship, I had a feeling that no one here was from Quid, and it seems that I was right. So they've separated the people from Sorcier from the others and are keeping a close watch. Is anyone from Quid still aboard the ship? Seeing that they aren't in the mansion, it's safe to say they are. They could be in another mansion, but I think this is the only one here. Yeah, we couldn't find a different building from the third floor either. Oh, Jordo. That's Jordo. I'm getting confused. I just assumed that, like, they would give, like, I don't know, Alan more than one line, but, like, no. I don't know why I assumed that. As I suspected. Did the guards happen to have any blind spots? No luck. This place is thoroughly guarded. Yes, there are more pirates than I'd initially estimated. And no matter where we go, we'd likely be caught. If they were to find us, they'd alert the others, and this place would be swarming with pirates, and we wouldn't have a fighting chance. However, the third and second floor windows don't have any bars on them, and there seems to be fewer guards under the windows. I agree. The garden also has fewer guards than around the main entrance, where most of them are posted. So maybe we can escape without being noticed if we find a way to distract them. We still need to consider where we'll go after our escape. And Nickel, did you find anything on the top floor? I couldn't see well because of all the fog, but aside from a single paved road, it seems like the mansion's surrounded by a forest. A forest, huh? The paved road... Is it the road along the ocean that the carriage took on our way here? Yes. Oh, it was along the ocean? Yeah, I checked from the window, and when I checked the opposite window, I found a forest. I think that's the forest Nichols saw. Considering the time it took to get here from the ship, we're pretty far away, so we must traverse the forest to reach the ship quickly. However, walking through an unfamiliar dark forest is likely a terrible idea. Whoa, you saw all that from the carriage? Meanwhile, I just fell asleep, as expected from the third Prince of Sorcier and the next head of the Student Council. He's been working a lot lately. I don't know much about it, but I heard that Jordo performs many public duties as the prince. He's always busy when he's at a party. Such an amazing prince. With a prince this great, I'm sure the future of Sorcier is in good hands. Huh. But the prince is engaged to me, right? Wait, does that mean I'll be a member of the royal family if I marry Jordo? Doesn't that mean I have to work harder? Looking at Jordo standing beside me fills me with anxiety. I never gave it much thought, but I'm suddenly realizing that getting married to him comes with a lot of responsibility. Isn't it impossible for me to be a good member of the royal family? I mean, I don't even make a good lady, but... Huh. What did I mean by but? I don't know, but something's really bothering me in my heart. I have no interest in being part of the royal family. But Jordo will marry someone else if I decline his proposal, right? Huh. For some reason, that doesn't feel right, and I don't know how to explain my feelings. See, okay, now she's getting clued into herself. It's bothering me, but I need to concentrate. Whatever this feeling is, I need to leave it alone for now. The forest is pretty dense and dark, plus it's quite foggy out there. We might head in the wrong direction and get lost in those woods. Our top priority is reaching that ship as soon as possible after leaving the mansion, so we must think of a more accurate plan. That paved road's well guarded, but we should follow it as much as possible while using the trees along the forest as cover. Yes, as for escaping the mansion, and considering how many guards we're up against, we must distract them at some point. I'm sorry that yawn and cough, it was like, there was just a dry spot in my throat that made me yawn but also need to cough. Sorry, bird. And I distracted the bird who was sleeping very peacefully. Sorry. Very sorry. Distract them? So you mean we should cause a scene somewhere else and disperse their security? Yes. My main concern is Silva. I've only watched him for a few days, but I can already tell from how he carries himself that he's dangerous. After all, he is the demon of the fog. Fighting him would end in disaster for us. I want to avoid confrontation if possible. So we need a serious distraction if we want to rope Silva in. Correct. And the other captured nobles might be anxious about the distraction, so we must deal with them too. Taking care of the nobles while distracting the pirates, huh? And we need to call for help. We probably need more people for this. We might need to fight against the guards upon our escape. We should split them into groups of 4. 4, huh? It doesn't seem like enough, but can't be helped.
Regarding our escape, if we can distract the guards somewhere, how about we use that window there?
I have an idea. Raise his hand. Hi. So, if you want to escape and you want Silva to be distracted, I think the best way, and Jordo's gonna love this one. This is the best. He's gonna be so thrilled. Obviously, sarcasm. Is that Katarina goes on her little day date with Silva, while then you're distracting the guard, so we go so then he's out of the picture. He's distracted with me. I'll keep him distracted. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And then you guys make an escape, so then Silva won't be a problem. I mean, I know that Jordo's gonna hate that, but I'm just saying! I gotta take one for the team. And if the one that I'm taking is Silva, I'm here for it. But to be fair, I mean, in a non-pervy sense, that's actually a brilliant idea, if I do say so myself. Because, he'd be distracted by Katarina. He wants to spend time with her. So, best thing to do. You know what I mean? Wait, that window? I look out the window that Keith was referring to. I see a tree here and there, but nothing close enough to reach from the window. I don't see any trees we can reach and climb down. If there were a tree there, I could climb down from it, but...
Sister, we aren't doing any tree climbing, okay? I'm gonna make stairs with my earth magic.
What? Did I say it out loud? I love the fact that he knew exactly what she was thinking. And he's like, bitch, I got magic. And I wasn't even... listen. I'm with Katarina on this because he's like, I'm gonna make stairs with my earth magic. Yeah, that's actually probably a really good fucking idea. Totally forgot about that. Whoops!
Oh, but I could tell from your face.
You saw right through me. Can't really expect any less from my brother.
Please, I'll make stairs using earth magic so that we can escape. Is everyone fine with that?
I had a similar plan, so I agree with you. And now about the groups. I'll distract them. Jordo, Alan, you two know how to call for help using that magic device, right? Yes. Whenever a new magic device is developed by the Department of Magic, it's reported to the palace. So we know how it... We know it works to some... So we know it works to some extent. I think it should have been... We know how it works to some extent, but either way it works, technically. Good, then can either of you join the escape team? The other one should stay here in the mansion. I think the other nobles will feel anxious if a member of the royal family isn't here. Alan, please stay here and take care of the nobles. I'll go to the ship. Right. Then I'll join the distraction team. I think I can help with my water magic.
I'll join brother and be part of the distraction team too.
Yes, please. So Keith, Maria, Katarina, and I will call for help. Any objections? No, of course not. Since my earth bump's very weak, I could only help by throwing some toy snakes if I joined the distraction team. I'm glad I'm in this team. Lady Katarina's with Prince Jordo, but it cannot be helped, can it? If she stays in the mansion and gets caught, she'll have to spend time alone with Silva, and I could never allow that. Again, that would have been a great idea to distract him. Just saying. Right. I have no doubt he's scheming to do many terrible things to her. I'm kind of curious as to the terrible things he's scheming to do to me, because I might be into it. That's cute. I might be into it. I probably am. What in the world is Sophia imagining? Was he gonna tie me up and make me walk his plank? I'm okay with this. Guys, he's a hot pirate. I wanted a pirate Atome where we get to romance hot pirates, and I'm like the pirate queen, and this is as good as we're gonna get. Right? You know what I'm saying? So close enough. I'm a little curious about it, but I'm also afraid to ask, so I decide to ignore that. Lord Keith, Miss Maria, please take good care of Lady Katarina. As if Jordo wouldn't take good care of me his own. I know she's just jealous because he confessed his feelings, and that's why she's excluding him, but come the fuck on. Of course, leave it to us. And so we make our plan. We anxiously wait until nightfall while keeping a close watch on Silva and his minions. Darkness falls. I wasn't expecting to get out this easily. Jordo, Keith, Maria, and I exit the window by descending Keith's stairs. It surprises me to see how easy it was to get to the forest. Sister, Miss Campbell, be careful. There's a tree root over there. Thank you, Lord Keith. We proceed while doing our best not to make a sound. Regardless of how dark it is, Jordo pushes forward without hesitation. He makes everything look easy. He defeats the guards instantly and even arms himself with their own weapons. As I look at Jordo, he looks back at me. Katerina, is something wrong? No, I was just concerned about the distraction team. They'll be fine. Nickel and Mary are there. Well, I don't think they'll cause any issues. Issues? Like what? I think about what he could have meant when he suddenly stands next to me and whispers. Essentially, the royal family should never use magic frivolously. We're permitted to use it in the academy as part of our studies, though. Oh, I remember something like that. We're near Quid's territory. Using magic here recklessly may result in diplomatic tensions, so I don't want to use it now, but... Well, even if Alan does use his magic, we can claim that Mary, another water magic user, was the one to do it. The one who do it. Seriously? Guys, what the fuck? The one who did it. But also, I feel like in this situation, if they were like, you used your magic near our borders, it's like, we were in a life or death situation where we were trying to escape from being kidnapped. I feel like this is an acceptable risk. Oh, I see. It seems like that was another reason why we divided the teams like this. The royal family really has a lot of troublesome rules. Huh. Doesn't that mean you can't use magic right now, Prince Jordo? Yes, that is the case. But it's fine. I borrowed this magic stone, which is used on the ship's light fixtures. Magic stone? Jordo smiles and pulls out a small, elongated stone from his pocket. This is a magic stone that shines when imbued with magic. I've seen them all around the ship. When did he borrow it? Jordo puts the magic stone back in his pocket. I'm surprised he was able to think of a way to bypass the rules of the royal family. So, like, when she asks him, is that a magic stone in your pocket? And he's like, actually, it is. And she's like, oh. Okay, never mind. Alan and I can't use magic, but we can still deceive them if we use this. In other words, borrowing a magic stone shouldn't cause any issues. Well, Ryle is taking a stake in this ship, and he's an aristocrat in Sorcier. Sorcier, wow. Should we just secretly give assurance to him after? Wow. Ryle is taking a stake in the ship, and he's an aristocrat of Sorcier. Should we just secretly give assurance to him after this? I'm surprised the royal family has restrictions prohibiting the use of magic. Come to think of it, I've barely seen Jordo use magic before. Well, he's strong enough to defend some guards without magic, so maybe he simply didn't need to use it. Maybe he doesn't have any magic, and that's why the royal family doesn't use magic, because they barely have any. Can only weakly muster it. You don't know. I mean, he wouldn't be at the Magic Academy, but... Well, the Katarina in the game does fall to Jordo's sword. He excels in both his studies and his swordsmanship. But if Prince Alan can't use magic in public, wouldn't it be hard to handle the nobles alone? I hope he isn't caught by the pirates. You're right, but I doubt that the pirates will treat him to much harm if he's caught by them. Wow, this is getting really bad, this part. Like the typos are intense. Do you think so? Yes. Considering Silva's actions so far, it seems like their client doesn't want them to hurt us. Oh yeah, they're working for a client. We don't know who the client is. They never revealed that to us. Even after investigating, we still don't know who it is. I bet we're not going to find out in this route. We might find out in Silva's route, but I feel like... Because, like, we went down the common and you were like, okay, and then the pirate, and you're like, what the fuck was actually... Like, you know what I mean? Like... And I feel like, well, there's a client and they're kidnapping us and we're probably not going to find out. Maybe ever. There might not be, because it might just be like, yeah, something, kind of a plot, whatever. Anyway, Like, because it's not really important to think of, if you think about it. Like, which makes it kind of absurd and funny. Anyway. He shot his gun once to threaten us, but he never tried shooting directly at us. I don't believe the pirates would use violence indiscriminately. After all, Rozzy only suffered a scrape. Hope so. Sister, what are you two whispering about? Keith and Maria both look at us curiously. Oh, nothing. We were talking about the others. At any rate, let's hurry and join the others before we encounter another guard. And so we walk through the dark, foggy forest and follow the path we used to get to the mansion. This place is really dark. We need to remain unseen, so we have no lights on. The faint moonlight's obscured by the heavy fog. Tread along the path to reach the vinculum while trying not to lose each other on the way. This is the kind of scenario where Maria and a romanceable character would get closer to one another, but considering recent events, I doubt that this is Jordo's route. Is this Keith's route? He's with us now. Or are we heading to the friendship end, even though this is a fan disc? I look at Maria, trying to decipher her feelings towards the men. I like how she still doesn't realize she's the protagonist now. They're here. What? By horse? No way they're pirates. Alright, let's run. We try to run toward the vinculum, but suddenly a bright light shines behind us. The intense illumination detects us so quickly we're given no chance to hide. Hey, found them! That was faster than I thought. I'll stop the pirates here. The Prince Jordo, please take Sister and Miss Campbell and run to the vinculum. But then you'll... Fine, Sister. I think I'm the best one to stop them. I can create walls and build clay dolls at will to hold them off. Keith might be able to stop the pirates alone. But still, I'm concerned about leaving Keith here alone. Suddenly I remember something in my pocket that might be able to help him. Oh, wait, Keith! Go ahead and use this! Is this the toy snake you made? That's... I don't mean to sound arrogant, but I believe this is well made, so please use this! I hand the toy snake over to Keith, and in the hopes that it can scare off our enemies. It shouldn't be "and in the hopes." That was there, and it sounded awkward. Again, there's weird typos here. Thanks. I'll gladly accept it, but I'm pretty sure I can use my earth magic to make a wall and handle this. Are they just standing there waiting? Are you done with your conversation? Like, he puts the toy snake in his pocket and tries to activate his magic, but in that moment, they just fucking shot him. Keith! I hear a gunshot and Keith stumbles. He holds onto the arm he was raising to use his magic and then collapses to his knees. I try to run towards Keith, but Maria's faster. Lord Keith! Oh no, are you injured? Actually, no. What? He's not? Wait, could it be... I mean, they said rock salt bullets, but that still hurts. Jordo, as if he just realized something, jerks his head in the direction of the pursuers with a grim expression. Pick up on some faint voices. Hey! Why the heck did you shoot? Didn't you hear that strange noise? I thought they used magic. The bullet was just a threat. It ain't even real. Not? Is it something like an air gun from my previous life? Doesn't she remember them talking about rock salt? Come on. Oh, wait. Jordo and the others mentioned pirates using rock salt bullets earlier. Okay. I was like, girl, never mind. Okay. I jumped the gun. Did Keith get hit with one? I have no idea what one even looks like. Well, it looks painful enough, though. The pirates argue briefly, then they dismount their horses and enter the forest. Here they come. In that case... Jordo draws his sword, ready to fight, but Keith, holding his arm, shakes his head. The Prince Jordo, please take Sister and Miss Campbell and run. What? Keith, are you crazy? We can't leave you here when you're injured. I told you I'm not injured. It hurt a little, but it wasn't a real bullet. Then I should... I'll stay here and stop them. Go with Sister and Miss Campbell. But... I'll stay here with Lord Keith. I must heal his arm. What? No, I'm not injured.
It might get swollen, and if we're going to split up into teams, teams of 2 will be better, right? Anyways, I'll stay here. So Prince Jordo, Lady Katerina, please go.
Listen, Maria, I'm trusting you with my brother, but also don't you fucking try to romance my goddamn brother, okay? Hands the fuck off. Nobody touches my brother but me. She's right. With Maria by his side, Keith will be fine. Maria can use her light magic to heal his arm. I'm just afraid that Keith's acting tough, but I'm relieved to hear that Maria will stay too. It makes sense. Alright, then Maria, Keith, we'll leave it to you. Katerina, let's go. Alright, you two, stay safe, okay? Yeah. From behind us, I can hear the cries of the approaching horses. I can also feel Keith's magic as we go on ahead. It'll be fine, right? Keith's magic is pretty strong, after all. Definitely is, from what I learned in the 4 parts of the anime I watched. And by the way, Katerina, why did you have a toy snake with you? I never expected Jordo to see it because I quickly handed it to Keith. In the past, to confirm his weakness, I threw the snake at Jordo. He ended up getting his vengeance on me, though. He reported to my mother about the secret tree climbing competition with Alan and the toy snake I threw at him. Back then, I begged him so hard not to tell Mother, but it didn't work. I failed at stopping his rage, and Mother gave me a good scolding. That was one of the scenes in the anime where, and then it's like he gets this little darkness over his eyes. He's like, I'm gonna tell your mom. And she's like, no! Because, like, I think that was supposed to be, like, an indication of how, like, oh, he's the dark-hearted prince, you know what I mean? And, like, that was, like, so he hadn't fully gotten out of that, you know what I mean? Like, a little sinisterness. But yeah, he's terrified of snakes, so she would throw a snake at him. Like, it's fucking funny. I did my best to hide the toy snake from Jordo, but why does he have to ask me about it now? The toy snake was the culmination of all my efforts. Even after graduation and avoiding all the doom flags in the main story, I couldn't get myself to discard it, so I kept it with me. Yeah, I'd be curious too if I saw a toy snake slither out of a lady's pocket. I mean, his snake wants to slither out of his pocket. Never mind. Not a toy, though. Jordo, it's not a toy! I understand that it's strange. But what's even stranger is this frightening aura I'm sensing from him. What should I do? What should I say? I can't just tell him that I had it with me to throw at him in case I'm about to be doomed. It's funny, she's like this threatening aura, and he absolutely doesn't have it. Cover it up, come clean. I feel like you should just come clean. He would appreciate it. Come clean. Good for us. Actually, I'm attached to it because our gardener Tom and I have made so many improvements to it, so... This isn't a lie, is it? It's true that I'm attached to it. At first I wanted to make a snake, which Jordo dislikes, to avoid the doom end. But in order to make it as realistic as possible, I made many improvements to it, and it ended up being extremely well made, so... Well, that's why I just couldn't throw away any of them. And I still have them at home. This one, the one I handed over to Keith is, in my opinion, one of the best made pieces. It looks no different than one you can find at the market. Attached to a toy snake? Yes? I mean, I see tons of them on my farm, and I just think that snakes are so cute, so... Snakes are cute. They kind of are. I mean, I get it. They're a little creepy. And, like, when you're walking and then one slithers out, it scares the bejesus out of you. And, like, rattlesnakes and shit, dangerous, back away. But, like, people's, like, little snakes, when you see their little faces, they're kind of cute. Like, I would almost have a snake as a pet if I didn't have to feed it, like, live things. You know what I mean? Like, I know you can technically get frozen, like, rats and stuff, but I'm like, I'm not putting frozen mice in my freezer with my food. That's weird. And, like, if I had a freezer, like, specifically for, like, dead mice, but then you know that I mean, you know what I mean? That's the only thing is, like, I have to feed it, like, mice or, like, something, and, like, I don't know about that, but, like, have you seen snakes' little faces? They are kind of fucking cute. Not gonna lie, so. I just have to deal with the fact that, like, I have spiders. I'm a spider lady. Not like cage spiders, just fucking spiders goddamn everywhere you look in my house is fucking spiders. As long as they're little. There was one the other day I was like, Jesus Christ! It was just on the wall next to me, like, by my desk. And he was just booking it, running his speedy little fucking zooming across. And I was like, Jesus Christ, Spider! I'm like, just stay on the wall and, like, not where you can, like, run across my desk or jump at me. Like, just go in the corner where you belong. But, like, as long as they're little, whatever. It's when they get big, it's like, God, no, fuck that. Then we get a shoe and a hammer and a blowtorch and we burn the fucker down. Because, like, Jesus. Like wood spiders and wolf oh God, no, those things are huge. Anyway. Snakes are cute. Yes, they are. Jordo gives me a quizzical look as if to say he doesn't agree with anything I just said. Yeah, they really are cute. I like them. Alright, you're doing great so far, Katerina. If you can convince him... Actually, I know you used to make these and practice throwing them behind my back, but... Well, I guess this is alright. I have noticed that my dear fiancé is attached to that toy snake after all. Alright, let's hurry. But once we safely return to our country, I'll ask about the snake again. What? Did I fail to deceive him? I see Jordo smile ominously and feel a chill run down my spine. Jordo hates snakes. There's no doubt he's angry. I follow Jordo to the vinculum, hoping that he'll forget about that after this. I don't know, like, it's always the, oh my God, he's got a little... I mean, maybe he still technically has a little sinister underneath. You know what I mean? Because you can't totally get rid of the dark-hearted prince, but, like, but you don't get that vibe from him, you know what I mean? I think she's reading more into it because she's like, this is the way he is in the game, and oh my God, see? And it's like, no, he's probably just like, yeah, I think we need to talk about this. Like, I don't think it's as sinister as she wants it to be, or is making it out to be, you know? But anyway, I will see you guys next time.
Don't attack the headset. That was rude. You apologize to the people. Tell them you're sorry.
Oh, he's rubbing against my finger for petties, so that's his apologizing. Anyway, remember to give the video a
ow! And now you bit me. You're mean. You know what? Who's a mean boy?
I poke you. Poke at you. You're mean. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.